Honorable Chairman, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me endless pleasure to say auspiciousness to you all who are present at the 9th Moscow Conference on International Security, and I wish all of you to be safe and sound, particularly at this critical moment of the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, I will be coming up for a discussion on the Asia-Pacific region in the context of global politics. The Asia-Pacific region is most critical for every corner of the globe due to its geopolitical landscape. It accounts for about 1/3 of the world's economy, and the major maritime routes lie in this region. As the number of ships annually crossing the Indian Ocean, more than 100,000 vessels as a whole in the Indian Ocean, and more than 70,000 vessels cross the Malacca Strait, which triggers to be very crucial for transportation, occupying $1 trillion worth commodity trading. About 80% of the world's seaborne trade in oil transit through the Indian Ocean choke points, and about 40% of the world's total commerce transit through the Malacca Strait. Subsequently, we can vividly acknowledge that one of the world's economic centers of gravity has drifted to the Asia-Pacific region. Besides, the Asia-Pacific region is also recognized as the strategical importance for New World's political order. Though the Asia-Pacific region creates one of the most critical scenarios for global development and other related opportunities, on the other hand, the superpowers have staged strategic competition in the Asia-Pacific region, and this has resultantly and exceedingly affected the political and security environment in the region. Honorable Chairman, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the changing strategic security situation developed in the Asia-Pacific region highly correlate to the political circumstances of the regional countries, arms race among superpowers, competition over accessing natural resources, transnational crimes, epidemic and natural disasters, environmental deterioration, illegal drug trafficking, arms smuggling, development of weapons of mass destruction are also continually constituted as the regional challenges. Every country has withstood the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on economics and human health, as well as the side effects of cyber technology and other related high-tech developments. Honorable Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, both traditional and non-traditional security threats originate from building regional alliances and more vigorous competition amongst those allied groups. On these issues also occur the challenges for the integrated development in the Asia-Pacific region. Efforts made for economic integration is very important. We understand from building regional alliances, we can see more vigorous competition among those allied groups. And these issues also occur as the challenges for the integrated development in the Asia-Pacific region. Efforts made for economic integration. One of the strategic rivalries among the world superpowers become one of the crucial components shaping the future of the Asia-Pacific region. The considerable encouragement given on economic cooperation in the Asia-Pacific region will reduce the immense diversity among nations and support regulating the globalization process. Similar high praise for UN's Sustainable Development Goal. Besides, there is a need for greater cooperation for necessary measures against the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, among which the issues the region should urgently address. Likewise, in other urgent attention should rivet on HADR issues. We also, as the people of respective countries, get into awful models. It is also the time for giving the highest consideration for the provision of necessary assistance, making the people free from every hardship, to have adequate foods for the people and make them no worry about having foods. We should prioritize developing the agricultural sector as in maximizing the production of rice and wheat, which may be consumed by a giant human population. And also some parts of the world have faced water scarcity. Given that, the related organizations and authorities should take actions accordingly to find the best solutions to compensate for this fresh water shortage and need to educate the population as necessary. Causing useless waste of fresh water may undoubtedly lead to concern for the future world. In the same manner, we should also reduce extraction of underground natural resources disproportionately. In consequences, whenever we assess the possibility of the future security environment in the Asia-Pacific region, we should also expect other unfortunate results, such as the regional alliances, military expansion, strategic and economic rivalry among superpowers. Besides advancement of national interest and modern weapons equipped in competitive measure, rivalry to assert control over the Eastern China Sea and the South China Sea serve as the clear indication to the possibility of provoking the escalating conflicts. The South China Sea disputes involve territorial claims by the participating countries in the region. Relatively mounting concerns heightened from these disputes. I enthusiastically urge all participating countries in the disputes of other regions, like in the South China Sea disputes, to find the best solutions, peaceful manners. We should remind ourselves about the underlying causes of World War I and II and the world history. We should draw them the lessons learned accordingly. All the dependent countries exercise their sovereignty regardless of small or big size and strong or weak strengths. Countries all over the world have the right to do anything to defend the sovereignties of our countries. However, we should not make a wrongful definition over the rights to defend sovereignties. Yet this may lead to making threats to others as in demonstrating their inspiring powers. Also stimulating other activities that may respect the sovereignty of other nations. Oh, Honorable Chairman, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, China has devoted its most endeavor to accelerating cooperation with the countries in the Asia-Pacific region by launching the Belt and Road Initiative. China has secured a more comprehensive partnership with all regional countries, including Myanmar, associating friendly relations since many decades ago. By contracts, some Asia-Pacific and ASEAN countries have closely worked for the Indo-Pacific strategy. ASEAN is a bridge between the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean and lies at the center of the Indo-Pacific region. All the regional countries should rest upon peace, stability, security, and prosperity. Over and above, all countries should strictly abide by the concept of respecting sovereignty, mutual understanding, and non-interference policy on the internal affairs of other states. referring to the ideologically prioritized and interest-oriented implementations of the countries getting involved in the Indo-Pacific strategy, of course, they differ and disproportionate from each other, even they are in the same boat. For instance, the Western allies are somewhat distinct in the norms and values on national interest and strategic priorities. We should strictly adhere to avoiding supporting any elements from behind the curtain with various intentions, which creates bitter conflicts among the regional countries. This kind of support is an act of adding fuel to the fire. Honorable Chairman, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, while devoting efforts to bringing about stability and tranquility, fairness and equal development of the Asia-Pacific region, we should all avert any situations that may lead to conflicts or face-to-face confrontation. However, should increase the process of confidence building and other non-military interactions, including prevention, containment, treatment, and vaccination against COVID-19 pandemic, to ensure the stability of the Asia-Pacific region and better military cooperation. Either country across the globe unavoidably needs to adopt the concept of respecting sovereignty, territorial integrity, and equality among nations, but irrespective of size and population. By adopting a deep-seated passion for unilateralism, some countries constantly wield improper influence over others' different political system and ideology. And much evidence indicated the large-scale interventions of foreign countries in sovereign nations in the name of democracy and human rights. The current age is the right time to repulse Germany and unilateralism, but to seek fairness and justice. The international community should have a precise sense of fairness and keep shared values and assemble for peace, stability, and sustainable development of the world, abided by fair and equitable international laws. At that moment, Myanmar has pursued its utmost endeavors to achieve political stability. The previous government disregarded the democratic practices, as in committing ballot riggings. All the current developments in Myanmar are just an attempt of the incumbent government for restoring honesty over the democratic system, which the previous NLD governments once recently dismantled. Possibly the current developments of Myanmar may have a particular impact on the Asia-Pacific region. Nonetheless, we are trying to return to a flourishing straight democratic system in Myanmar politics while exercising a reliable political system. Surely we should be honest to deal with that.